we have our newest director in the house, Miss
On
Roxanne.
Sunday night.
Yes, yes, and I'm so glad that she was willing to do this for the team because she's an amazing person, and I want her to give us her testimonial. So that way, those that are just joining us, you know, they're motivated. You know that there is. If you have big goals with this company, with this opportunity, you can also get there as well. So let's get started. Let's see. Where's my Roxanne? Roxanne. So tell us who you are, Roxanne. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So I am a 31-year-old mother and wife. I have 3 boys. I am a licensed esthetician. I live in San Benito, Texas. Um, I've had many, many jobs. I've also tried many, many MLMs, and this is by far the most success, the most selling, the most people I've had to recruit, everything. I'm pretty experienced in a lot of things, so this is just, it's blown me away. A little bit more about myself. I don't know. I'm very outgoing. I don't know what else I could say.
Yes,
Short.
I like that about you. And I know you mentioned that you're an esthetician. So how long have you been an esthetician? Like, is that your first time out at home before this quarantine?
Yes. I'm actually the owner of Catache Beauty, which is an aesthetic salon inside of Healing Touch Massage in Harlingen. So I've been licensed for going on a year. January will be a year. No, it's been over a year. January will be 2 years that I've been a licensed esthetician. And I've had my business since March. Right.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Now you're back. Sorry, you got cut off there for a little bit. I'm just gonna ask for people to mute themselves so that way we can continue with the call without any interruption. Thank you. Okay, so that's awesome. And then how long ago did you join Farmasi?
I joined Farmasi December 2nd. Didn't really work it as a business till about April. So I just want to say for all of y'all, like my biggest advice out there is your mind is a very powerful thing. Until you set your mind to it, that's when you will see all the action, because it was in December, but it's like going to the gym. You can buy the membership, but if you don't show up, if you don't do the exercise, if you don't go to the gym, you're not going to get those results. It's the same thing with Farmasi. You can pay your $20 to come in. You can pay your even get the $200 packet, but you're not going to see results unless you put the work in. So I can say I joined in December, actually made my mind up in April, and it's the best decision I ever made.
Yes. And I feel that fire inside of you, and that's your story is kind of similar to mine, but I love it. So how long, so you joined in December. So when was it that you said, okay, enough is enough. I'm going to set my mind to hit director. When did that happen?
The day I decided to actually go for it for director was April 6th. I remember the exact message I sent you. I said, hey, how do I get to 25%? And as soon as you told me, I said, what am I waiting for? The reason I even decided to actually jump into my business was this whole coronavirus thing. On March 21st, I had to close my business. I had to close my doors. I was, there was no choice. I couldn't work. So what was I going to do? I have to still pay rent at my place of employment. There's still bills that need to get paid. So I kind of said, okay, I'm going to sell a little bit here. I sold 30 of the paprika gels. And I said, all right, I see some money. But I didn't know anything about anything until I asked you. I said, girl, how do I get to the 25%? And you gave me that information, and that literally lit a fire under me. And I said, okay, I need to be director. So April 6th was the day.
Yay. Awesome. And so now it took you, so it was April. And then of course we announced you in April, we said, you did it. So how big is your team now?
My front line, I have 12 in my front line, and our total team is the total of 21 girls.
Woohoo! Oh my gosh, you're such a rock star. I'm so proud of you. I've seen every time there's a message in that chat, it's like you welcoming a new team member, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, she's on fire. There's nothing stopping her from getting to her goal. And And that's amazing, you know? So here's the question I know many of us want to hear is, how are you getting top sales? Okay, the last time I checked my back office, you were close to 1K in personal sales. I mean, not only have you been top recruiter for last month, but you're top sales. So tell us what you're doing. Tell us. I know.
It's a lot of consistency, a lot of passion for the product, a lot of not taking no personally. People are going to say no. They're not saying no to me. Maybe they're saying no, not right now. So I just can't let that no, knock me down. It's a lot of being consistent, a lot of follow up, a lot of being passionate about the product, just being out there, being on people's mind, making sure that everybody and anybody knows that if they have a problem with skin, if they need makeup, I'm the person to go to. I'm the pharmacy girl. So just making sure that I'm on everybody's mind all the time.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're doing a great job at it. I mean, I look at your videos, you're showing your stock and your orders, and you're just consistent. Like it's incredible what happens when something happens in your life that just lights that fire inside of you, and you go after it. And you reach out to your uplines, for help. And that's the same thing that happened to me. Is like, if she's doing it, I know I can do it. That's what happened to me. It's like, show me the way, right? So that's amazing. Like, that is amazing. And what is your goal for yourself and your team for the rest of the year?
Well, for the rest of the year, my goal with Farmasi, of course, is to maintain director. I want to earn my car bonus. Within the next 2 months, I want to have 100 girls on my team. So I can imagine what we can do with the rest of the year.
Yes,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I have some really good rock stars on the team that just came in, hit the ground running, and I have no doubt in my mind that as a team, we can get those 100 girls. Yes.
Yes, you have a couple of under your belt that are like hitting director status maybe this month. Who knows?
They're on my tail.
Close. They're so close. So you feel that teamwork. Oh, by the way, do you have a team name or todavía no? Not yet.
Not yet, but I have a few acronyms.
Yes, I can't wait to know, to find out what it is, so that way I can properly, announce you and your team. And I'm just blessed to work with like-minded ladies, that I have high expectations, higher goals, and just once you get that high vibration, your frequency up there, there's nothing stopping a woman that wants to, achieve big things in life, So that is amazing. I'm so happy to hear your testimonial. Now I will open the conversation. If anyone on the team wants to ask you a question or ask me a question, be open for questions. So I see several ladies on here. I'm not sure how many are from your team, but if y'all are in Roxanne's team, you can use a chat and comment if you're on her team. How long have you been on her team? Maybe what percentage you're at now? What is your goal? Cualquier chica del equipo que tiene una pregunta o no entendió, si alguien aquí solamente habla español, comente para yo traducir lo que se habló esta noche o esta tarde. Para aquí en Texas es noche, ya son las 8 pasaditas. So, alguien aquí que solamente habla español. This is your time, ladies, to pick on Roxanne's brain and my brain. Who has a question?
Hey, girl, I do. How's it going?
Hi.
Another rock star.
Congratulations on Hidden Director. No doubt that you'll be like to the top. Like, we all need to go to boss status, right?
Yes.
Definitely be there. So congratulations on that. So I barely tuned in when Anna was saying about how you are hitting 1K on personal sales. Can you go over that a little bit again?
Yeah, sure. It's a lot of consistency, a lot of follow-up. I like to make sure that the clients know what they bought and how to use it. So if somebody buys something from me, I give them maybe about 3 days before I message them, how do you love your product? How are you liking your product? I don't give them a chance to tell me no. I don't say, do you like your product? And give them a chance to say yes or no. I say, how did you like it? So that opens up the conversation for them to tell me, you know what, I don't know how to use it. You know what, I like this, but I need this. So then it's a lot of like recommendations, a lot of follow-up, consistency, always like upselling. Like, okay, if they are buying the scrub, well, here's the cream, you know, this is going to work better in conjunction. Or, you know what, I just want the cleanser and the moisturizer. Well, how about you add a serum? You know, so it's just a lot of, the main question I ask myself before I deal with every woman is, how can I help her? It's more than just selling to her. How can I help her feel better? How can I help her look better? Okay, she's telling me her problem is, you know, her skin, her stomach. Well, you know what? We have this cream. It's meant for pain, but it also tightens and firms. You know, just really listening with both ears before speaking, hearing what it is they want and need, and helping them with that. It's a lot of consistency, a lot of follow-up, just making sure that the women know exactly what they got, how to use it. It's just a lot of customer service, I guess, because I've worked, you know, a lot of like in the retail business. I see the unhappiness sometimes when they buy something, they go home and there's no follow-up. There's no one to teach them how to use it, no one to answer questions. So I want them to let them know, when you buy something from me, you're not just buying a pharmacy product. You buy me, your personal, you know, little guru, whatever, anything you need, I'm available to you. So it's just a lot of, you know, going
No,
above.
everything you're saying does make a lot of sense. So thank you for that.
Yes, you're welcome.
Here, hold on.
Okay, so
There.
my question is, because I remember that one month when you had sold 30 plus of the paprika balsams. Now, did you give those people samples, or it was just off of that one picture you posted?
On them, it was just a picture that I posted. They started to message me, and just everyone wanted it. And I kind of targeted more like the women that I knew were going to Zumba, women that I knew worked out, women that I knew were going to care, you know, about the appearance. And it was overwhelming. I expected maybe 10, 15, but 30. I sold 30 of the balsam before I even ordered. They were sold. When I ordered them, they were already sold.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Mhm.
awesome. So, I mean, yeah, I remember when you got your box, it was like, oh my God, like she sold all of those. That was incredible. So anybody have any questions for Roxanne or myself that wants to, you know, ask or use a chat, or, you know, unmute yourself? So what about your team? How have you grown your team? Is it like your customers that bought, or friends, or how did you grow your network?
Some of them were friends that I've either worked with, previous coworkers. Some of them are in the beauty industry. I have a few massage therapists. I have a few cosmetologists. I have multiple estheticians. It's a lot of women. The same thing, looking for women who I knew are interested in working from home, or have small children that they want to dedicate more time to without working 12 hours a day, you know, all those things. So it was more of them. And now, as far as with the team, getting to where we got, you know, to directorship, that is also a lot of follow-up as well. It's a lot of coaching, a lot of helping them. I know that this business is not for the selfish. If you want to succeed in this business, you have to be ready to help other women to succeed, because that's the only way you're going to succeed, is helping others succeed. If you're just about me, it's hard. It's hard to reach 5,000 alone. It's hard to do. You need a team, and you need to support your team. Don't just sign somebody up and leave them in the dark. Be there for them, support them, answer their questions. That's the way you're going to get to directorship.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, teamwork, definitely. And having that, you know, motivation. So now, what does a normal day for you look like? I mean, how many hours? I mean, are you treating this as a job or a hobby? What are you doing?
Right now, I'm treating this as my full-time job. My full-time job plus a hobby, because even my extra time when I'm supposed to be relaxing, I find myself on back office. I find myself messaging the girls, updating, looking at their numbers, like, oh wow, she only needs 40 something, let me message her real quick. But I'm working it like a full-time. Right now my business is closed, and this is my business right now. This is my baby.
So I mean, you have to treat it like a business so it can pay you like a business, and also be really hands-on. Like, you know, don't wait for your leader to send you, like, or to remind, like, you have to really go into the books, like, you know, read the comp plan, ask questions, you know, always reach up. And that's the same thing that happened to me. You know, when I decided that I wanted to hit director, I reached out to my upline. I said, hey, this is my goal. Please help me, show me the way. So if you don't reach out to your upline, maybe your upline is new, they don't know, or maybe they're not active, but they have an upline where you can reach to, and they will be more than willing to help you, because like Roxanne said, this is teamwork. You know, here in pharmacy, you get paid for your generations down. So sometimes your front line is not going to be active. So then you need to reach out, you know, to your downline, like, especially because I was looking at my backup. I'm always looking at everybody, you know, and I see, and I saw Roxanne. I'm like, you know, she's really hustling, you know, she's, you know, getting the sales, the new beauty influencers on her team. You know, wow, you know, she's a rock star. And ever since she came in, like, she had that attitude, like, okay, this is enough, you know, I'm ready.
Let's do
It's time. So does anybody else have any questions? I mean, are you new? Are you, what's holding you back? I guess the question is, what holds you back? Because really, it's all you, your mindset, you know, your self-doubt, you know, what are people going to say? You know, sometimes we fear, it's our own fears, our head playing games with us. But my best advice is just let it go. Do you take the leap? Like, just go for it, you know, go for it. Don't think about it. Just trust the process, trust your path, trust that God opened this door for you for a reason. And the best gift that we have team-wide is a support system, and that everyone is not like, people here are not selfish. You have to be willing to help. You have to be willing to put other people in front of, you know, before you, you know, because I remember, you know, before network marketing, any of that, I remember, I don't know if it was just like a Hispanic tradition, me thinking, I know why am I going to do that? You know, they can figure it out. You know, I'm not going to do anything for them. I mean, me costó. Why do I have to tell them my secrets? You know, what I did, you know, but really break that cycle, because the more you give, the more you're willing to support other people. You're like, God put you there for a reason. God is using you as a tool to help that person, because maybe you already went through the same thing. Maybe you already went through a divorce, you lost a job, you are, you know, financially struggling. And then God puts that one person in your path that says, hey girl, I have this opportunity. You know, it can change your life. It can help you, you know, make ends meet and some more. I mean, really, you have the wheel to take this wherever you want to go, you know, but losing, the main thing is not losing focus. Like, once you know what you want, you go after it. It's kind of like when you meet your spouse, or that one boyfriend that you really want to conquer, right? Like, you have to, you know, what do? You know, you have to value, I mean, you attract what you are in a way. Like, any progress, if you see someone being successful, it didn't happen overnight. It's a process, but once your inner work, once you fix yourself inside to know that you are worth it, and that everyone on here deserves a director title and more, once you know that God gave you the same, you know, we have the same, we're human, we have the same, let's see, there's someone trying to come in here. We have the same abilities. It's just a matter of you finding what that gift that God gave you. What's your gift? What do you have to give to this world? Find out what your gift is, and, you know, do some inner work. I do a lot of meditation, because especially when I lose my focus, I know a lot of, okay, this is a good question. What do you do, Roxanne, to keep that energy going? To not, you know, because there's good days and bad days in this business. So what do you do to stay consistent and focused?
It's also a lot of meditation, you know, / prayer, just a lot of reminding myself why I started. You know, there's good days, like you said, there's good days and bad days. There's days I don't feel like doing anything. One, I remind myself that now I have 21 girls that are watching me, looking up to me, and they're basically going to emulate whatever I do. So if I say, oh, I'm going to take 3 days off in a row, they're going to take 3 days off in a row, you know? So basically, knowing that I am the example and doing whatever I want and expect them to do. I remind myself a lot of my why. My children are my why. They're the reason for my white hairs, but they're also the reason I started this, you know? And I just have to remind myself that they're also watching. And if I give up, then they're going to think it's okay to give up. It's okay to get all the way to the top and just say, oh, I don't want this anymore. No, like, you know, it's a lot of just a lot of pep talking myself, like, girl, you need to do this, girl, you can't do this. Just a lot of,
Oh
you
yeah,
know, reading,
I love that.
learning, a lot of self-help. Always staying a student. You know, we don't know everything. You learn something new every day. Keep learning. If there's a day that goes by you don't learn something, it's a day wasted because your brain didn't get the nourishment that it needed, you know?
Yes, amen.
But that's
Amen. Definitely. Definitely. So a new thing that I started doing is audiobooks, you know, because I could be washing
yeah.
dishes, cleaning my house, doing, you know, my images, working on my online business and listening to audiobooks like coaches, motivation, because half the time our mind wanders off and then most of the time we focus on the negative, not on the blessings. So I always like set an alarm. I have an alarm set at a certain time where I stop and think and I start saying, thank you, God. Thank you for my home. Thank you for my food. Thank you for my children's health. And I start saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And the more you say thank you to stuff, the more you feel complete and full. You don't feel envious. You don't feel like you're not good enough. You feel worthy. You feel like you have been blessed because it's very easy to look the other way and think, well, what is she doing or why is she, you know, being successful and I'm not? Everyone has their own path in life, you know. So you have to, you know, you can't compare your day one to someone's month 6 or someone's year here in the company or someone's year and a half or whatever, how many years they've been in network marketing, because, you know, you have to, yeah, like Maribel says, attitude and gratitude, 100%. Amen. Yeah, that's what it is. And, you know, it's just inner work. It's all that. And then just put your own spin to it, be yourself, be genuine, you know, care for people, ask them questions like Roxanne. I loved it. I love how you have been, you know, asking questions to people. What can I do for you? Or what can I do to make you feel better? And that's actually one of the coaching calls we had. It was a training call. And the speaker said that our Facebook profile needs to be not everything pharmacy, pharmacy, pharmacy. Join me, buy this, buy that. It has to show that you are first someone people can trust, and right in your bio you have to put what is your service, what are you doing for people, how can you help them. And once they feel that connection, they say, well, she's a mom like I am, she is gonna teach me how to feel more confident by using, you know, good skincare, good makeup. She has a product that I need. She has that what I need. I like her motivation. I see her posts. She is an influencer because that's what we are. And you know, she has a team. She has her own vibe. She has some positivity going on. What is this? And then they give in. So people come. We had a training earlier about it, but it's just this is all a blessing to be able to connect with like-minded people. And if you're not quite there yet, we can work together, and that's why you have a team, because we work together. Now, it's not everything is just pharmacy and business and join me and buy this. It's more of, you know, we growth, empowerment, learning from our mistakes and learning from other people, and then get motivated that way. So does anybody else have any more questions? Do you want to add anything else, Roxanne? Wow, it's just an incredible journey. I feel that you're gonna double promote this month. Something tells me you are. And you know, consistency is what makes teamwork. Consistency is gonna give you those blessings. I mean, at first, once you plant the seed, you're not gonna see the full tree with, you know, with oranges and peaches. You know, you have to water it and take care of it. But once that, you know, that seed starts growing, people are gonna see the difference in you. People are gonna say, wow, you know, I want to do what she's doing. Because people like positivity, people that are energetic, you know, that higher frequency, that are positive. People don't like people that, you know, are negative. You know, who likes negative people? Nobody does. So we have to work on being positive all the time, even though it's a struggle, and it's okay to take a break, but never quit. Never quit, because winners don't quit. Winners find ways around the problem or over or under, whatever it takes, but it has to be done. We have to have that manager mentality, like, you know, manager, if you go complain and say, hey, manager, this is this and this and this, they're going to find solutions. So we need to have a manager mentality where there's nothing that we cannot resolve. Everything, and, you know, so don't get overwhelmed. If you're new, you get one day at a time. You don't have to know everything. It's like a job. You get a 90-day period to, you know, test the waters to see what you got, you know. So start slow, just be you, ask for coaching for help. But, you know, eventually, I would say 6 months, work on adding new followers on your, if you use social media, add new friends, share positivity, good joke here and there, you know, clean joke, not like nothing too heavy. And, you know, once people start sharing your videos or your posts, you know, because posts can go viral. So, you know, if somebody happens to see you, they're gonna be like, okay, who's this? They're gonna go into your profile and say, oh, I like her makeup, or I like what she has to offer. Hey, let me ask you about her product. That's how it works. And by the way, if you don't have this application yet, download it. It's very nice. If you see a video or a post that you like, you can download it to your phone and upload it to your account. And also, just so the team knows, try not to share another beauty influencer's video, because you're sending your customers to them, especially like if they are, you know, they've been with Farmasi. Try to do your own videos, your own content, even if it's just recording your box that you got from Farmasi. Take your own pictures. You know, you don't want to, I know if you're new, you probably don't know this, but like once you start sharing someone else's video, your customers or your people are going to go to that person, and you don't want that, especially when they share their link. You don't want them to sign up with them. So that's why, you know, create your own content. That's very important, but that's another video. But it's called Friendly. That's the app that I use to download videos to my phone and then share them to my social media. Like earlier, I did a test, a trial, and I shared this funny videos in Spanish. And I had 3 shares and like 4 interactions, you know, because social media is about interacting. Facebook, you know, you want shares, likes, comments. So at first, if you're new, if your social media ain't that big, make sure that you post like a funny video, a funny quote, a funny something. You know, don't make it like too, like, you know, those jokes that are not professional, you know, that are gonna offend people. But like, you know, try to get it viral so people can share it, and then that helps your Facebook algorithm. So that's a good tip. Anybody have any questions for us? We have about, I think, 10 minutes.
Hey, so I just want to tell Roxanne that I'm having dinner right now, but I am watching you. Okay, Khalil, okay. But I am watching you, and I am hearing everything, and I love it, and you're motivating me so much. And thank you so much for doing this for us. I want to congratulate you because you're doing amazing. And what else? I just want you to know that I'm here, and I'm hearing you, and I love it. And I love everything you're telling us because it's so, so true.
Yes, that's my other rock star, Marielle. She's my frontline, and I'm rooting for her to hit director this month. But you know, everything is in God's perfect timing. So we need to rub that off of that energy from Roxanne. Be like, you know.
Yes, yes, girl. I need you to come over here and, like, I don't know, hug me or something.
Yes.
Yes.
When all this coronavirus is over, hopefully we can all get together, have some empowerment, some motivation, give tips. You know, once all this is over, hopefully we can I'll
Yes,
get together.
and all you girls can come to Vegas, so we can all go like on a night out or something.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
she's in Vegas. Que dice, sí me gusta.
Oh my God, yes, I'm down.
So is there anyone
Farmasi
here that
por
only
todo.
speaks Spanish? Que no entienda nada. I think everybody understands English, so that's good. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? I see several faces on here that are new. A couple of phones, people calling in from their phone. But if not, then, you know, I think we're going to wrap it up. But you guys, wait a second. I'm not going to wrap it up yet. 50K in sales, you guys. We half of the month, and we are like, what we did last month and the whole 30 days, we did it in 2 weeks. I have a feeling that we're going to hit 100K, and that's going to be like record breaking. I mean, who sells 100K in products in a month? That's just
We do.
Yes.
this team is on fire. Like tonight, I'm going to count all of the ladies that have joined. You guys just share the opportunity. I mean, $20, literally $20 changed my life. And I keep on saying it over and over and over, but it's no commercial, but it's true. You know, it's like people that are not jumping on, like we are setting the foundation for, I mean, we're the first ones. ¿Me entiendes? Like Roxanne is the first director in her town, in her city, you know, like imagine, just give yourself a year. Imagine being the first from Unique or Mary Kay or Avon or all those companies that, you know, when they started, where are they at now? So right now is the time to shine and make it happen. Like, don't sleep on this opportunity. Whatever you do, just, you know, think positive, share it. The more no's you get, the closer to a yes. So I rather get more no's because I know that I'm getting closer to that yes. And just to wrap it up, whenever you feel like quitting, your breakthrough is coming. Remember that. Several of the ladies on here that were ready to quit, yeah, this is it. I can't handle this anymore. Those growing pains, you know, when you're growing up, when you're a child, like your legs hurt because those bones, I mean, you're growing, right? So this is like growing pains. But if you can surpass those, the negativity, maybe your family's not being supportive, maybe, I don't know, you're not getting the sales, you're not getting new beauty influencers, just rethink, talk it over with your leader, see what areas you need help with, and then, you know, get together and brainstorm. You know, we have coaches. I mean, Roxanne, reach out to her, reach out to Mariel, reach out to any of the other leaders, Cheyenne, Allison, Christy. I mean, I want to put you guys up in that group as coaches. If anybody in the team feels like they can connect with you, maybe they can reach out to you and ask you. I mean, don't be like, you know, on their messages, like at, you know, late at night. Please don't do that. But like, you know, if you need a little like pick me up, or like, hey girl, you know that there's team members on the team that are going to be there, you know, to support you. When you feel down, reach out to that one person that's going to pick you up and like put you in that zone where you're going to take over the world, you know, because we need it.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Okay. And to go with what you were saying, yeah, like sometimes I tell myself, even if I can't help these ladies in pharmacy, if they came into my life and then they don't end up doing the business, I hope that something I said can at least help them on their outside life to be more confident, to make a change, you know. But also, that was a little bit of what I wanted to say. The main thing I wanted to add is thank you so much for your leadership, for your help, because if it wasn't for you, I would not be where I'm at. I would be one of those ladies that would have quit and said, you know what? Pharmacy ain't working for me. I have a business. I don't got time for this. But because you answered my questions, you pushed me through, you trained, you were there for me. It is because of you that I was able to accomplish this. All of your knowledge, you know, you're a very positive person. I see a lot in common with the both of us, and I love it. You know, don't ever stop being you, because you have all these women watching you, and you have changed all of our lives inadvertently through one way or another. You have said something to, you know, light that fire. And I thank you, because if it wasn't for you, I'd be one of the girls on the sidelines. So thank you.
Amen.
That made me cry now, but like, I appreciate you so much. And, you know, to have someone, you know, I mean, I see it. I see so many girls with so much potential. I'm like, girl, I don't even have any friends and I'm making it. Your whole town, like you have clientele. What are you doing? Wake up, take over the world, but sometimes it's just our minds. Take the best out of us, life, but don't let that stop you, pray it, leave it to God, to take over, don't be that hard on yourself, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for being here. This is the most people I've seen on a Zoom call, and this is what I want to see in every Zoom call. Okay, I want you guys all to be here and like pick on my brain, pick on whoever you want to learn from, or if you need some motivation, we're here. We're here to help, and you all know that. I see a future director with Maribel. I get my two daughters confused. Siempre les ando cambiando el nombre, but I appreciate you guys so much, and know that anybody can achieve and get where they want to be. The only thing stopping you is your mind. This is very powerful. Once you can surpass that, girl, there ain't nothing stopping a woman that has made her mind what her purpose and what she wants to do to change this world. And we're changing lives. We're making a difference, Besides Farmasi and the makeup, we're making friendships, long-lasting friendships. And we're helping people up, their self-esteem, just bring an income to their homes, especially right now with the pandemic, everything that's going on. We have surpassed so many records. It's insane. It's insane. And I think this is worldwide. This is a wake-up call for every human being on earth. This is God telling us to reconsider and sit down and pray and find our purpose, like get back to our core and like find our purpose. Does anybody else have a question? Because I think this Zoom is going to end pretty soon. But if nobody else has any questions, we will wrap it up.
I had a quick question.
Oh, go ahead.
I had a quick question.
Yes.
I don't know if it was said at the beginning. So what do you guys normally do for, because everybody has like their own system, right? So how do you guys keep organized? How do you guys like invoice? I was actually looking at one of the groups, how they have like either spreadsheets, like how do you guys keep organized? And what is like your morning routine look like as far as besides the obvious, like checking the back office, all that good stuff, like how do you guys keep organized?
I'm old school. Everything's on paper. Everything is on paper. Everything. Orders, payments, their percentages, what they're missing. I'm old school. I cannot. There you go. Yes, it's all written down. That's what I do.
And recently, I'm transferring everything over to Excel because I'm keeping track. Everybody on the team, I'm going to keep track of your numbers, everything. But basically, I set alarms on my phone. Like, there's also a feature on Facebook. Well, if you have a fan page, you can set up to post like your posts at a certain time. So on Sundays, it might take me an hour to schedule like throughout the week my posts, and then I'm going to have them post automatically. I'm going to have a training on that because I want to be able to have my breakfast in the morning and enjoy, and not have to worry about, oh, what am I going to post today? I've run out of ideas. No, always have like schedule your week out, what you're going to promote that day, and